Hi my dudes. Try and cut a long story short, I'm at the parking for the Durance Rocks and I'm here to try and do an adventure to try and capture those big Western Line tours, Crow's Buttress and the other two Cadover tours in the woods on the steep hill before it gets too ferny. But yeah, things have been going a little bit wrong this morning so far. I've only just got here. So this is the Durance Rocks car park and I didn't want to go up there, although it is quite dry today, because this is the place where my dad got his car stuck in the mud. It was up here somewhere. We had to recruit a tractor to pull him out of that. Turns out there are other things wrong with this car park. So I can't really show it because I don't want to show my car at the moment. So this is as much as I can show. I can't really show the entrance right now. But when you come in here, this bit here is like really narrow. It's only narrow enough for one car to go up in and not really turn around. So I thought I could turn around by going up this little track here and then doing a reverse like round here. But I started doing the reverse thinking that, let me try and show you as much as I can. So I come in here, I was planning to go just to the right of that rock there, go up there and then reverse backwards onto this bank here. But what I didn't account for was my turning while reversing wasn't very tight, and this was here. And I did not pay attention. I didn't know that that was there. I thought there was nothing on this bank. I thought it was just this. So yeah, I kind of hit that rock and I was like, oh shit, there's a bang. I went out of the car and I was just like, there must be some huge damage to my bumper with that bang. But luckily, there's only a few little cosmetic kind of scuff things. And here, where it's touched the rock and scraped it a bit. So are you liking this parking that you have to get to at the Durance Rocks? No, I'm not. So there are two reasons to hate this parking. I do not recommend this parking at Durance Rocks. But we're here now and we're facing the road finally. I had to do like a 5-point turn, 6-point turn to get it facing the right way, just edging forward and back. And up there's the Durance Rocks, which is a tour we've been to, and past that's Wigford downhill, and then longish walk to Oxen Tor, or Cadworthy. Do you call it Cadworthy Tor? Cadworthy / Oxen Tor. I like Oxen Tor because it's different, even though it's got multiple names. And then we're up there. Oh, there's a little bit of a chilly breeze around actually suddenly. We're going to, from Oxen Tor, go down into the woods, down the steep hill. And there are 3 big tours down in that woods there, and I have no idea what it's going to be like. Various concerns. For some reason I'm thinking snakes again. Ferns, foliage, steep hill, and navigation. Okay, time to get started. I'm on spring break, my dudes. I don't know what spring break means. I think it has an American meaning to do with schools, but for me it is a break that is in spring. I got 2 big holidays a year and decided to put one in spring, in May, which is like the summer part of spring to me. It's more like summer than it is like spring, to be honest. And one in summer, which will be in July. But for now, got a few days off and I'm going to try and do as much with them as I can. And this is one of the things. Hopefully you'll see a couple of the other things I'm doing after I've done them and I've edited them for you. Let's get going though. The miniature version of buttercups, whatever this flower is, have come out. They're tiny now. Also, other things that went wrong when I was driving in to get here. At one point I rounded a bend. I think it was a national zone, not a 40 zone. Yeah, so we were going over 40 miles an hour, rounded the bend, suddenly just thick dead stop traffic. And I had to like brake and go whoa, and there was a car like following close behind, probably tailgating me or something. So I had to slap my hazards on as I rounded the bend and braked for that, just hoping he wouldn't come into me. Luckily he didn't. And also further on from that, random horse on a junction just sat there like, and I was being blinded by sunlight at the time. Luckily that didn't step 2 paces forward. It was a well-behaved horse. Here we are again at the Durance Rocks, which mainly consists of that. The views are pretty cool today, like dappled sunshine. We're in the shade right now. It's quite cold breeze in the shade, but that's why I'm wearing a hoodie. I didn't want to take a hoodie, but up there towards the clay mines. Over there's Hentor, I think. It looks way nearer from this angle than it should be. No, that's Hentor. What's that then? That's Hentor. Oh shit, that's the Trailsworthy tours. I didn't know we were set that far back. Anyway, Cadover bridges and some ponds. Cadover Cross. I'm parked down there by the kink in the road where that car is. Up above that you can see the Brisworthy plantation. Over to the left is Sheep Store and North Hessian Leather Tour. Over to the right, just to the right, the trees basically, can't see much there. The Ringmore Down. Anyway, let's show you where we are. This is the main outcrop of Durance Rocks. Doesn't look like much, does it? I'll just jump on top from a couple of angles for you. I don't know what that is. That doesn't look natural. It's probably a chocolate bar or something. It looks like a plant. I'll show you from down there where I am. Maybe it'll look more dramatic. Hey, does it look any bigger? A little bit. Following the wall, it's not a wall, following the fence now, and it's feeling hotter. I knew I wouldn't really need this hoodie, but the wind was a bit icy at the start. Bit of a wall here. Here is the map today, if you can see that on GoPro. That's Google Earth. So we're trying to get to Crow's Buttress, Cadworthy Wood Tour, and Lower Cadworthy Tour. And this is the OS version with little coloured dots where the tours are. The breeze is playing havoc as usual. We started that's the green where we parked. There's the Durance Rocks, so we're like around here. We're approaching the field corner, so it's straight on. You can sort of see the cairn actually of Wigford Down just off from the corner. Passing it. Here we are at the top of Wigford Down Hill. Dried up bog, cairn and pond. Let's see how the pond's doing in this. It's quite dry underfoot. We've had a few dry days around, not much rain, which is good for me. That is the cairn of Wigford Down. Is there a rock? There's, oh no, there's, okay. I don't like touching dead things, but there is a sheep skull there. Tiny rock. There we go. Can't see many loose things around. There's the pond. It looks a bit dried up, I think. Got to work out where I'm going from here, navigation wise. It's quite dried up today. It's larger normally. Alright, here's Wigford to Oxon. Unluckily I don't have a picture of the pond compared to the cairn. I think I can see the edge of the wall. Yeah, I think we need to go like diagonal left, which doesn't look quite right. I can't quite see. Well, there's Plymouth and the sea over there. Could have sworn I'd be going more towards that, but this is saying go more diagonal left. Alright, I'm going to start going. Yeah, it's a shame I can't see any of the tours that I'm heading for. They must be a bit far off at the moment. I know I need the woods on my left. I'm going to head forward and then slowly veer off to the left, I think. Because that way looks wrong towards the China clay pits for some reason. I'll go this way. We're in a dip with a bog pond that's dried up mostly, and there's various crossroads here and there, but all the ones going to the left don't seem to be going a good direction. They seem to be going towards like Cadover Cross direction. So I'm just going to keep going forward. Hopefully I'm on the ridge. We're basically heading down an ever narrowing finger peninsula pointing south, kind of like that. It's wider at our end, gets narrow at the tip, which is Dewstone Tor, and then goes down into the valley, which is Dewstone. If we can get, you know, just generally to the tip of that peninsula, then we're fine. We can navigate from there. We need to be at the old Iron Age fort wall crescent thing in order to locate Crow's Buttress. Those woods there might be on the opposite side of the valley, I think. River Plym. Oh, we got a fork in the road kind of thing. Okay. Oh, I think I can see one of the tors. There's someone on it, or a horse or something. Okay, I think that one is, that's got to be Dewstone Tor, which means Cadworthy Tor, or Oxen Tor rather, is hidden somewhere. Let's head towards that anyway. Yeah, so these tors I'm trying to find, particularly Crow's Buttress, have a kind of mythical quality in my mind, because I've been meaning to get there for ages since I discovered that there was 3 giant tors on my western line, by the way, which I have not done, all just like neighbouring each other. And it's like I've got an image of them in my head. What's this say? L? Maybe L. There might be some grooves here. Yeah, so I kind of have images in my mind of what they'll look like before I've got there. So I think I'm going to be either proved right with that fantasy or surprised by it looking nothing like I imagined. All outcomes covered. We've got a kind of parallel track here. I don't know if I'm going to join it or not, so I might just try and jump on now. It looks like a better track nearer my objectives. Yeah, nice wide green track as well. There's the old farmer's wall on the edge of the steep hill into the forests on the left side of the peninsula. That's a good landmark. Hopefully we'll be on the other wall of whatever those fields are soon to pick up that distant tour. The most distant tour is you have to kind of do a U-turn and come back on yourself and go towards Cadover Bridge to get that one, and that's probably the hardest to navigate to for me. It's kind of a pit here. What's this? Kind of a circular pit. Weird. Maybe that's like an old Stone Age settlement. Grass has taken the walls. So if you've seen my other video about this region, which I think is something like the 9-tour circuit around Dewstone, then you'll know that Oxen Tor in summer, which I think is when we went, it's not very nice to try and go east of that or downhill from that because of the sheer amount of ferns. I've been looking around, I've been seeing a lot of dead ferns. In other parts of the moor I've seen new ferns emerging, but what I've seen around here is quite promising. So here's what the new ferns are like. They're just babies still. They're just little babies at the moment. That is going to be good for me. And then there's a lot of dead ferns around. I don't think there's any around here at the moment, like the crispy stuff. That won't get in my way, hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, I'm noticing like a valley dip coming up. This must be what was hiding Oxen Tor from me. I can see Dewstone Tor right at the tip of the peninsula. I can see something in the woods there, which I assume is part of Dewstone. And then I can start to see the old, I don't know what age wall it is, Iron Age, Stone Age. There's an old wall there, like a fort wall, but I can't see. Oh shit, there's Oxen Tor. Okay, well we don't need to be near Oxen Tor yet, We're going to try and pick up Crow's Buttress first, so we need to get to the wall first. We're going to go to the wall, dip down the steep hill into the woods, find Crow's Buttress, come up, back to the wall, skirt around the woods this way to Oxentor. Oh shit, I've just noticed the ferns here are bigger. Oh god. The ferns here are bigger. They were tiny back there. Oh god, different places, different heights. I wonder if there's any tracks. Right, that's a bit worrying now. Maybe they get even bigger than this. I mean, some ferns, it stands to reason, some ferns at the height of summer are just like chest height, whereas others are just like thick and like waist height. Damn. Okay, it might be more difficult than I thought. Yeah, okay, what I'm seeing is a sea of knee-height ferns. Yeah, we're going to be squeezing through them later. See Oxentor up there, a bit clearer now. Other side of the valley, River Plym. Okay, now arriving at, I'm just going to call it Fort Wall. The Fort Wall. Breaking the Fort Wall. Yeah, because I don't know what age it's from. I've forgotten. Sorry about that, folks. Either Iron Age or Stone Age. So it used to be. Who knows what this used to look like? Who knows? It looks quite wide, but that maybe it was really tall, and then it just got knocked either side over the eons. So there's Oxentor, and I'm going to check my map. So either Crow's Buttress is this side of the wall or that side of the wall, down that steep hill. And there you can see the Terminator line of the woods, and you see a bunch of friggin' ferns that we're going to have to go through to get down there. So let's consult the map once again. Here we go. This map is not like Topper's North. This map is, where's north? North is like that way, east is that way. We're on that crescent there is the wall, Fort Old Crescent Wall. We are like there. So it looks like Crow's Buttress is on the left of the wall. There's a bit of a clearing between the trees, like a dent before they thicken, and there's the tor. It might be worth trying to go around it to the underside of it, because these kinds of tors, like Dewstone, are better seen from underneath. That one doesn't look too hard to climb up out of. Then we're going to go around, skirt the woods, under Cadworthy, Oxentor, and again it's down and to the left of our landmark, Cadworthy Wood Tor. Back up again, so that's the furthest down a steep hill we go. Then when we come back, we've got to navigate through more ferns along the wood, and then we've got this farmer's wall oval here, lots of different farms. I think this is just a wall here, so we walk along the wall until the wall gets closest to the river, I think, to get to lower Cadworthy Tor. Plan! So this one's north is up, clearly. There's the wall, we are here. That is Crow's Buttress. That is Cadworthy Wood Tor. It looks like there's a wall here. I hope we can get through that. Okay, there's a wall we might have to cross. Oh god. Okay, that might be an obstacle. Alright, we've got our mission. Down to the left. Clearing in the trees, V-shaped clearing in trees. Crow's Buttress. Try and get around it, underneath it. Then, second one, under Oxentor, again to the left. Justified. Then the next one, we have to fucking cross a wall. We have to figure out which wall to cross. Make sure we're not crossing the wrong wall, and we have to see if it is even possible to cross a wall. Max didn't tell me about a wall. I was going to do this trip with Max, but he's all super busy, as the Dartmoor celebrities often are. But I'm going to have a walk with him in this next 2 weeks, just Postbridge area. Cool. Oh shit, are these bluebells? Yeah, I think I might have missed bluebell season, because I noticed the ones in our garden are starting to die off, so maybe I better whisk myself to East Hill at some point, just to see a big field full of them. Nasty ferns. Feels like I'm heading into enemy territory or something. There's the wood. Nice gaps through the ferns at the moment. What do the ferns become like when you get under the trees? That's another thing I'm interested in. Do they deplete? Dewstone. Not the tor, but the actual dewstone starts over there. You can sort of see a couple rocks of it. Up on the hill there is that Show Beacon tor. Or you can pronounce that how you like. Wow. How steep is it going to be? How steep? I've done stuff like this before on the other side of Dewston. Can't remember the tor name now. And where? And where? How steep and where is it? There's a possibility I could end up walking on top of it, which is interesting, but not really where I want to be. Wow. Oh shit, and it's got these dried leaves that are slippery-ish. Right. Something slightly rocky over there. No, the ferns are they're just as high. They might be a bit sparser maybe. It's gonna be a big climb back up from each of these. That's where I get my steep hill exercise from, I guess. Okay, we know we have some kind of rock. There's some more rocks here. I'm gonna go over here. Little bluebells here, which are kind of cute. Scattered through the woods. Wow. Oh, okay. So this might be it. But yeah, well, I mean, there's a substantial clump of rock here, so this probably is it. And Dewstone is further that way, pretty sure, so I don't think that's Dewstone. Oh, it's going to be hella hard trying to get to the second tour if this is the terrain. Maybe I should just start lower for the second tour. Just keep, once I get down here, figure out a new route to it from Crow's Buttress. Oh, deep. Okay, it's tricky. Wow, okay. Oh, that is big. Okay, I don't know if you can see what I see, but I can see more of it down there. One thing I found that helps is that since we are on a very steep slope right now, and I'm worried about the loose leaves, these fern stems, okay, not that one, some of the thicker fern stems are providing quite good grips as I go down. You know what I realised? This is kind of dumb. I have a chest mount and a head mount in the car. I should have brought one of them with me. I didn't think about how steep the hill was going to be. It's nice to have all hands. But I've got to juggle this selfie stick. I've got to put you away every now and then, I think. Yeah, this trip is going to take some doing. But look at what is happening over there. Okay, another thing that's helping is putting like the nearest rock. That's a rock. That's a rock underneath me as I descend down a steep part, just so if I start falling, that's gonna, I'm not gonna go further than that rock, basically. I'm not gonna roll all the way down the hill. It's actually getting, is it an illusion? It's getting slightly less steep here. That's a different fern. No, it's just that some parts are steeper than others, which is helpful if I know that. I can try and pick a route that is less steep. This looks like the route of a creek or something, where water would flow normally. Oh, lovely. Love it when the sun comes out in these kinds of woods. Okay, I can't follow the creek thing, it's too stony down there. It's like, I don't know, ankle twisty. So I've got to get back on this shit over here. I just feel like the closer we get down to the water is where a snake would live. I don't know, something tells me. I think I've seen footage of like snakes mating by rivers. They go in and out the river and just hang around that area. That's something to look out for on the ground, maybe. Try and go down this steep bit here alongside these fallen logs. What's this grass like to stand on? Oh god, this might be too steep, this bit. It gets less steep over there, like. Oh, we're sort of in the middle of the bulk of the tour, like halfway alongside it. I don't suppose many people come to visit these ones either, so it feels more exploration-y because they're hard to get to. You wouldn't want to take an elderly person up here unless they're super fit and vault over this somehow. Wait, is this... Okay, there's some dead wood there, I don't like that. Okay. It's like a little plateau here, a little perch. Hear the river roaring down there. And look at it. Let's get some photos of that. I'd like to go maybe down there and look up at it. It's probably away on top of it, but I think I missed that part. That probably lines up more perfectly with the wall. Because there was another track that lined up more with the end of the wall, so that might take you on top. Oh, that's huge. That's a huge tour. I think this is the biggest one out of the three. I'll figure my way down these damn slopes. I don't know if this shows up on camera very well. It's yeah, it's 45 degrees in places. Is that gonna hold me? Oh. Yeah. That looks dead. Oh, it feels sturdy, right? Haha. Whoa, looking up. Looks like it could slip off the hill, to be honest. Like at some point it will just fall off the hill. Some crack will develop from rain or something. Wow. Look at that. I guess all this other stuff down here is like buried clitter. Quite a few big rocks off to the side. Nothing as big as the actual thing though, which is huge. Yeah, I'm gonna have to navigate a new route to the second tour, I think. Is there much point going all the way up, across and then all the way down? But that's a longer walk as well. Oh, good thing there's a rock here. Oh, running out of things to hold on to. We're near the bottom of the cliff. Lots of very large clitter down there. All as big as a minotaur. Yeah, pretty much mini, just about mini size. This is very treacherous to get to. Look at that though. Oh. Alright, we're under the face of it. I kind of don't want to go in front of it in case today is the day that bits break off it. This is camp. This is relatively level. I'm slipping down the hill. Now, in addition to the overall map on Google Earth, I printed out some like 3D tilt views. Get off me, fly. So this is a tilt view from where we are, Crow's Buttress. Yeah, it looks like the next one's quite far along. That's the problem, you kind of lose landmarks. That is the problem with staying down in the woods, going from there to there, is you lose sight of that, which is Oxen Tors is my landmark. There's no landmarks here because in satellite, go away flies. Obviously in satellite the trees block your view. Let's see about the other 3D map. The other 3D map's more about finding lower Cadworthy. We're over here. Yeah, it's not very big a tell. I guess the river sort of bows away and then comes back in after the tour. Could say that is a landmark. It doesn't look so far on the OS. The wall that we're meant to avoid is just after the tour. That's a bit of a landmark. I guess if that is there, you kind of follow the river, kind of on the same contours. That helps. I suppose maybe this tour will be big enough that you'll be able to see it if I just follow the same contours, like looking up. We're at the bottom of this one, maybe you will be at the bottom of the other one, looking up at it, so it'll be easier to see. Right, gotta follow this height of contour, not go down or up if we can. Easier said than done. I'm having a couple of slips here and there. That was a bit of a bitch to navigate around. Oh, sun's back. Because the terrain's rougher and it takes longer to get through it, I feel like it's going to be a longer walk. Actually, I can see... That's weird though, because I can see some big rocks over there. Are they... I mean, that's separated from Crow's Buttress. Just up there. Can the GoPro even see what I see? I don't know. There's a cute bird singing up here. There he is. Over the logs. Unless they come loose, taking me with them. Why would there be something up there? That's what I don't understand. It's like the wrong placement on the maps I've been shown of where the tour's meant to be. Maybe they got the geographical placement wrong. It's meant to be down closer to the river. Oh, I don't want caterpillars. Yeah, there's the tour up there. There's a tour up there. That's the one. How Cadover Wood Tour. Cadover Wood Tour? Yes, I think that's what it's called. Why is it there though? Is there more of it downhill? Is that why they named it like that? Oh, it's got like a bunch of buried clitter. I've got to make my way through somehow. And now I've got to get up around it again. Maybe I need to go like there for a start. And then maybe I can go up past it that direction. But I swear it was a longer distance than this. Any animals live in these nooks? Maybe. I'll get randomly attacked by a badger. Oh shit, they got brambles. It's too early for brambles, dude. Yeah, that is not good terrain there. Tons of like giant clitter boulders. Uphill as well. How do I get over this one that I'm on? There's like loose leaves in the gap, and then there's just holes. Can I get on the actual rock itself? No, because the moss comes loose. Right. There's got to be other routes around here. I'll have to tell you if I get a rash or skin condition from grabbing all these fern stems, because I'm grabbing loads of them just to hold myself upright. It's funny, they're really strong in the ground if you are holding upright, but if you step on them and bend them, they're just like it's like they're super strong one way and weak the other way. Okay, I'm on top of where I was now. That wasn't very good down there. This looks a little bit better. Let's just get up to there at least and figure out what we're going to do. Is this spiky, this tree? Don't know what tree this is. I like that. Ow! Fucking thorn, thank you for that. That is weirdly sturdy for what it is. Okay, we're up by this other tor, which shouldn't be here based on the map. Okay, well, this is quite a nice bit just here. Yeah, so rocks, cliff, tons of boulders down there. Maybe they tried counting that as the center of the tour or something. I wouldn't do that. I'd place like the top pinnacle of the tour as the bit on the map, or the center of the mass, like the center of everything that encompasses a tour, if it's just a big field of glitter, as the tour. Or in the case of minor tours, like the biggest rock. And this giant tree here is trying to hold on for dear life. Look at that. It's like loose on this side, then the trunk, then just some kind of weird alleyway of roots side to side. God. Easier said than done. I'll try going up to that little tree area. Look at it, it's porous. How is it? I don't even want to touch it, it might fall down. I mean, there's a tor. Dodgy around here. Oh, I'm right up near it though. Wonder if there's a way for me to get past that tree trunk there. The things I do for you guys, exploring Dartmoor. There we go, house stock. Oh my god, I've got a caterpillar on me. Oh no. No. Don't be here. Okay, that makes me want to wear my hat. Do I have any caterpillars on my baldo noggin? No thanks. No thanks. Okay, yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I think this is the tour. But it's just weird that it's marked this way. I'll have a little look this way. I can't really get far this way without going right downhill again. I'm tempted to actually get as much footage as I can of this part of the tour and then go up and around it. Unless I suddenly see that wall that was on the map over there. Let's have a look. Okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. I'll tuck you away somewhere, my dudes. The last time I did that, you fell on the floor. You're half in my bag, but you're still on. Jutting out my bag. Oh fuck, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't touch that. Loose. I thought I had a rock in my hand. Alright, I'm on the wall of the tour. Oh, and it gets a bit cliffy off the edge here. Okay. Yeah, I don't fancy scrambling around this. There's just there's fucking brambles, there's loose leaves just everywhere. If there's brambles, my entire foot could get caught under a bramble that's tied into the earth. Not good, my dudes, not good. And I'm getting a bit of fear of heights looking down there, knowing all this. Big boulders down there, two big ones. Right, so that's Cadworthy Wood Tour. Get a couple of photos and I'm going to head that way and then up. Can't get up there, maybe get the other side. What's this like? That is not... Okay, you don't want to hold on to that. Whoa. Like holding a rock there and it started moving under my hand. Oh, you can see more of the tour from here. That's something. Yeah, I hope it's a tour. If not, I found a new tour, guys. So I was just around there, perched on the cliff sort of thing, and now I'm not. Climbed up around here, steeper than it looks. It's quite a good view of the tour just there, past this tree here. Let's get around these big trees. Oh, nice, that's better. Okay. There's some level bits up there, I'm going to go there. Fallen trees making a kind of retaining wall for the soil, I think, to keep this bit level. There's a bit of a handhold. There's a nice handhold. Wow. Okay. So I guess we've seen like one side of the tour. Might be quite difficult to explore all sides of the tour, or even just to get under it. That terrain down there was really bad. I would not like to go from there down to the river and then up again. Alright, up there next. Loose. Okay, that's the first one that came loose. Then trust all turns, don't pull your weight on them. That's loose as well. Oh no, everything's loose here. That's loose. Everything's loose. That can't be loose, can it? Oh no, that's worse. That's spiny. Fuck. Ow. Why are you full of spikes, you weird tree? That is loose, but it's wedged behind the branch. What kind of tree is this? Ow. Looks a bit like a roan, but too big for that. Chicken back. Tourism. Okay, we're past that bit at the top of the tour. I guess if you stood up there, you'd be on top of the tour. Maybe I should go up there and then up. Oh. Okay, I'm on top. I'm on top of the tour. That's where I was standing. I was weaving all around there. Then I went all the way over there. Went around those two trees, climbed up there. A lot more difficult than it looks. Through there, up here, to here. I can sort of see the top of the hill again. But I'm on top of... I mean, I think that's what this is. Because else someone would put down a different tour in between the first two. It's got glitter on top. I don't know, should I go down there? I mean, it looks like a sort of a straight route. Okay, from this tree down to that tree, sort of a straight, fairly easy route. So I'm just gonna show you the top. There's some big rocks over there to do with it. Lots more rocks. I think there's another stack over there with a fallen tree. Yeah, I'll only go as far as here, else I'm just making way too much out of it. So that must be where that cliff was, and I was perched down the edge of that. And then there's more rocks there. These are just like wedged here by the trees, it looks like. And it looks like there's more rocks over there as well. Okay. I'll take a picture of that, and then I'll head to the top. I think I can hear the feds. What's up there? There they go in their helicopter. Trying to spy on me, but I've got tree cover. Or maybe they got their thermal imaging camera like Predator. That's the thought. This landscape is a little bit like Predator light. It needs more palms and big leafy plants, but other than that, it's kind of similar terrain. Play Jungle Trek here. I thought I saw a man up there, but it was just a twisted route.
There's something in those trees. And it ain't moved in.
Bluebell Field. There's a lone rock out here. What would you attach that to? I guess the tour I've just been to. Or, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Is this a tour? Got any brethren at the other rocks? No. That's what I thought looked like a man from way back there. It's actually a giant bent over tree trunk. That's got to be a landmark, isn't it? Okay, so here's what I would have had to walk through to get here. Ancient piles of dead ferns and baby ferns that have sprouted super fast. I would have had to walk through all this. And I can't see. Is the tour up? Oh, the tour's up there. What did I say? Left justify the tour? This is right justified of the tour. Maybe I have found a new tour. Mind you, that thing had a big area to it. Yeah, there's that one is Oxen Tour. It's got 2 stacks. Yeah, maybe it's right. Maybe it's left justified on the map because it is large enough to begin there and end over there or something. Anyway, let's. Do I need to go up to Oxen Tour first, or can I stay at the tree line? Let's look at the map. Yeah, so we were there, and we walked to like there and found what looked like a tour. The marker for the tour is actually there, like near the river, which is weird. See, we are like here now. Anyway, we're not going to follow the river to get to there. We gotta find a wall. It'd be better to stay on the tree line because the wall seems to be outside outside in the clearing, the open air, then dip in to the trees. We are here. We're trying to get there. There's what the wall is. Okay, let's follow the tree line and look for a wall then. Hope it's not going to be like when I was at Lower Whitehall and there was meant to be a wall and there wasn't a wall. That'll be confusing. It's not very steep here though. I can see Oxen Tour again there, stack 1, and then stack 2 is between them trees. So I guess the tour should be down there. Maybe it's just spanning that whole area. Maybe it's quite a big tour. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, oh, there's something like a wall. Oh yes, okay, we've arrived at something like a wall. Let's get over there. Can you see the wall that I see? There's a birdhouse. Okay, there's a way through the wall here, but is this the right bit? Is this the right bit? I don't want to be going into the wrong walled compound, that's the thing. It's made out of tall rocks, I think. So the tools might have been bigger in the past. There's a big boulder up there, wow. Hopefully be passing that on the way out. So I'm wondering about this. I don't think this is the bit I'm going to go into because there's a barbed wire fence over there. There's a bit of rocks over there, like. That's weird. There's rocks in there, like tall rocks, not just the wall. Rocks all over the land here. And then, like a private tour. Can't be the one I'm after. But look, it's removed from the other one. That's probably a new tour. That's a private tour though. Look, properly heavy duty kind of private as well. I mean, that is not that one. And it's in the wrong place to also be the one we're trying to get to, because it's way too close to us, nowhere near the river. That's got to be a new tour, but it's a private tour. So, I mean, you can see it, but you can't touch it. I don't know what this bit I'm in now is, though. They didn't put barbed wire up, there's a hole in the wall, so people have probably been here. Haven't touched anything. Leaving immediately. Okay, I'm going to follow this wall down, especially also because on the map that shows Cadworthy Wood Tour being next to this wall. If this is the one that goes all the way down to the river. Another birdhouse. I think we got more steep downhill stuff now. On the map it looks like the hardest, well, it looks like the most long distance one to get to, perhaps the hardest. This is bizarre. The tree's fallen over, but the base of it isn't just roots and dirt, it's a rock that has like come with it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. It's stuck to the bottom. Right, so there's the wall. Quite a ruined wall. Seems to come to like a corner here. And it's like almost like a tour at the corner. Am I gonna say it? Actually, there's a lot of rocks here. What is this? This isn't it again. This can't be it, because it's on the wall. But then if this here is Cadworthy Wood Tour, this can't be Cadworthy Wood Tour, can it? What's going on here? There's like a tour buried in the woods here. And not in the right place for that tour, and not in the right place for that tour that we're heading to.
Hey, Carter! Hey, Carter! I got turned around in here!
Are people sure they've like marked the tours right on this map? There seems to be like 2 more extra. Whoa, okay, don't step on those loose leaves so fast. I'm wondering if I should go up there or check this out. I should probably check this out first, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's not the wall. The wall like becomes a tour and then ends. And is this a wall? What is this? Tor or wall? That's what we're playing tonight, folks. That is definitely a tor, I can see down there. But it's not the one marked on the map. It's not either of the ones marked on the map. It's a tor resembling a wall at the moment, kind of. Let's go this way, follow it down. You can see the river down there. Oh well, this is a tor. This is a tor for sure. Look at this. This is gigantic. This is bigger than the first one. Maybe it is the last tor, but it's over a massive area. Hadn't thought of that. Look at the size. This is bigger than Crow's Buttress. It should be called something different, if it's even got a name. Oh. Man, I kind of want to go down beside it, but it's steep slope stuff again. Let's try. Well, this is the biggest one so far, and it's not where any of the tours should be, according to the map so far. So that way up there, actually, can't even see it anymore, sort of centre frame, is where the wall seemed to end and turn a corner, and then all these rocks began coming out, and there's just so many of them, and then this giant one which keeps going down and getting bigger and bigger. Like, what on earth? Look at the size. It's almost as big as Dewstone. Is it bigger than Dewstone? No, it's almost as big. What on earth is this? I think all the pinpoints. Was it towards the Dartmoor I used to place the pinpoint maps down? Max, these aren't in the right place on the map. I have to go to the actual... How am I going to get to the actual destination? I suppose I'll have to go on top of this tor and then over it, and then keep going to try and get to the actual place where the tor is meant to be. Spiderweb. It's not such a hard slope to navigate though, this one. Not yet anyway. There's a lot of fallen trees there though. And there is the river on close approach. There's some kind of wooden wall gate thing down there. This thing's huge. How's this? How's this for holding? And the shape of the landscape's quite nice here. You can see the tall valley on the other side, which we probably walked through to pick up some tours. River's quite close now. And then just this giant hulk here, which I'm trying to get a bit closer to, but it just depends where I can go. GoPro was overheating a bit as well, so I don't know, maybe I can make it to the river and dip my GoPro in. Not only to see under the surface, but just to cool it down. So you can keep filming. Look at that, are they clovers? Got any four-leafers there? Been a while since I've seen a clover. Cave. Oh, I might make it down to the river. And then climb up this again, like a proper tall climb to get up the top. Are you a tick? Fucking tick. Oh, a tiny fucking tick. Oh, that's gonna make me look at myself before I leave. that came off one of the ferns. Oh, that could have come off one of the ferns. Wow. I'll show you what I'm looking at rather than just you looking at me. This is bigger than the first one. Oh, this might be closest. Ha. Huge! What the fuck? I didn't expect that. There's the wall. The wall continues. That is weird, dude. There's a tour on that side of the wall. And then there's a tour I found that's meant to be on this side of the wall, but isn't. Might be this. This is in the right place for Cadover Wood tour compared to the wall. Just these rocks here. But not that. Don't know if I'm coated with caterpillars. So, huge tour, and then another private fence kind of thing. Which I didn't see that on the map, and I'm wondering. That last tour, like, right, well, that must be private, right? All these blue and white things. Alright, some sort of special clip. Is that style over there? What's that? Right, we're down by the river. Weird wiry thing here. Looks like electrical wire or something. Yeah, so that's not a style or anything. It's almost like a continuation of the barbed wire fence, but it's not, because you can walk through there. But they're trying to delineate private land. That's what I'm confused about. Max never told me about that. I thought you'd be able to access whatever the last tour is by just going straight through that way. Maybe he meant you're meant to access it from the Cadover side somehow, but I'm not quite sure how you get on the other bank of the river from down there. I'm baffled, dude. Okay, I guess I'm going up the tall slopes again. I'll have a look at where it looked like there was a wall corner. I'll go there and then I'll see if there's another silver fence there or not. If there isn't, I can continue. Up we go again. Alright guys. Whew. All the way up that giant hill again. I'm at the bit where the wall turns into the tour. Let's go over it like we were gonna do and see what's over there. Wall corner. An overhang there. Bit of tour rock. No, look, it's over here as well. There is a steel or titanium or whatever. Private. Oh look, more tour rocks. More tour rocks. I guess that one we found at the top there is part of this one. It's just the top one. The one in the where there was a gap in the wall and you got to it. But yeah, look. some more of the tour over that side in the private area. This side has a big chunk there, public access, and yeah, that's I do see some more rocks down there. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm thinking maybe you'd be able to access the last tour if I haven't already done so, which according to the map I haven't, by approaching from the Cadover Bridge side. So I'm going to have a look at the map for that. That's where, what are we calling it? Lower Cadworthy tour was meant to be there, but we have met both a wall, a tor on the wrong side, and a barbed wire fence just there, which means I'm not sure how you'd access that, especially because there's like, there seems to be some wall lines that go toward the river. Cadover Bridge is here, the footpath is on that side of it, and once you go on the other side, yeah, you just get cut off by a load of different private field boundaries. But something's going on. Something's going on. You see, I might have got it already. This might be the Lower Cadworthy tour, and it might just be not put on the map very well, so you don't actually know where it is, and you run into it before you're meant to run into it by quite a long way. Same with that other tour, second one. Just makes me think I'm bumping into new tours, but if these are the placements of the 3 tours, because I have seen 3 tours today down here that I haven't seen before, maybe 4, then that means that those could be all the 3 tours I'm looking for that I visited, but really badly put down on the map. They're not put down on the map right. Yeah, which could be the case, in which case I will provide a more accurate map than the ones elsewhere of what I've seen today anyway. But I don't know if I will have missed one past the private boundary there, which I guess it doesn't matter anyway because it's private. So there'll be a tour there that exists, maybe, but since it's private, no people can go there except the landowner and the ones he gives or she gives consent and permission to. So they're basically off limits anyway, so there's no point in I mean, I try not to point out private tours on my guide, the Western Line, because there's no point. You're not meant to go to them unless they're like visible, or just say there's one in this general direction but not give directions for actually hiking to it, sort of thing. So yeah, I have seen 3 fairly big tours today in the woods, in the vague area that the map said there'd be 3 brand new tours. Oh, that's a weird lichen, isn't it? Are you liking this video? Okay. Following this now, out of the trees and into the clearing, hopefully. I say clearing, it's more like 80% ferns. And there's Oxentor. Another private tour there. Could be another one. How separated is it? It might be separated from the other one. Might be a whole other private tour. Have a look. Oh, look at the views out there. That's the wall, the fort wall. Let's lift you up higher than me. Over there we didn't get to it, Dewston Tor. Ferns aren't too bad right here. Let's go to Oxentor. Well, there's Dewstone itself, just there. Over there, is it Show Beacon? Some other flower down here I haven't seen before. The terrain here got nasty. It's because of the clitter boulders under the dead ferns. It's gonna be slow progress. Also, I thought I heard like an animal moving underneath one of the like the dead ferns formed like a crispy cave, and I swear there was like an animal moving inside it. Crispy cave. What's that? Not sure if I've been to Stack 2 before, have I? It was too ferny last time, wasn't it? Okay. Cool. Oxentor, Stack 2. And there's Stack 1 peeping out over there. Let's try and reach the track now through all this mess. Track all the other stack, whichever comes first. Oh, great views off that way. Look at that. And there's the wall still, the one we walked beside turned into that tour. So, I might just put that I visited those 3 tours, and are there more tours in this wood? Question mark, because all the locations are hella uncertain, so there might be more tours in the wood. I might have visited ones that are new, and the ones I was supposed to visit I might not have got instead. It's all kind of up in the air. There are 3 tours down there. I found 3 tours. There we go. Okay, sorry about the wind. Today we visited Durance Rocks, Wakeford Downhill, Oxentor, and also new additions Crow's Buttress and Cadover Wood Tour. Thank you for watching.
Those eyes there, they disappear.